Welcome back to episode. Well, it's not an episode no more, but the Sharpshooters podcast. I'm your sports talk. Jesus Christ, I am off the walls today. Sharpshooters Sports Talk. I'm your humble and I don't even think of my own intro, but humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp on the ones, the twos, threes, the fours, the fives, and the six. Appreciate everybody being up in here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Oh man, it's about to be an entertaining show tonight. Just gonna talk a little bit of football and whatever y'all want to talk about tonight. We're just gonna talk a little bit about the games. And of course, one of the best jobs in America. Which head coaching job is best in America? Some folks say LSU, some say Penn State, Florida, Auburn. We're gonna find out tonight and discuss it. But before I get into that, and I'm gonna drop the link, Bishop. And before I get into that, I got to shout out my guys. Of course, y'all already know my guy, Alabama A&M's own former running back and graduate, one of the hottest dude on these YouTube streets, man. I'm telling you, man, the streets are talking, man. People are watching. They love talking about him. And he's going to come with the fire, all facts, no filter. Y'all already know our friend and brother, Coach Shawn.
Much love to my broski B. Shaw, my broski Tez, and my OG Coach Al. Love to everybody in the chat, man. It's a pleasure to be in my brethren's company one more time.
Oh yeah, man. It's about to go down tonight, man. It's about to go down tonight, man. Can't wait. And of course, man, y'all already know, man, I got my OG up in the house, man. Got my OG up in the house. Jackson State's own Mr. Kappa man himself, Mr. D9. He still know how to spin that cane. Still know how to do it.
Old school.
And can he shimmy? That's to be determined. But y'all already one of the greatest minds on these YouTube streets, man, can talk with the best of them. I'm telling you, can run circles around a lot of people. Y'all already know our good friend and brother, Coach Al.
Hey, my brothers, good to see y'all again, man. And everybody in the chat.
Man, you already know, man. Feeling is mutual. And so glad
to have making an appearance.
Big Shaw, Mia speaking to y'all.
Hi.
Hey, Mia.
How you
doing? All right.
Special appearance by me. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Show your love.
Just got that
hey, Coach Shawn, JMA Show 2.0.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she need to be 2.0. Look, she need to be having me 2.0, have me run all these damn games across the United States. I'm going out to the country tomorrow somewhere called Hazel Greens. Is it green?
I know what that is.
Hazel
Green.
Hazel Green, yeah.
That is.
We're going to whip their asses tomorrow, so it'll be all right. You know what I mean?
And the hair looks flawless.
Right,
yeah.
And of course, man, y'all already know, man. The David Ruffin of all podcasting, man. Mr. SE Season with the gold mic, the high-priced microphone. He can hear you from the Netherlands. Y'all already know he's one of the original players from the Himalayas. Y'all show your love. Keep going in and out. Hopefully, I can stay in there. Mr. SE Season himself, my brother, our friend, Tez Ruffin.
Tez Ruffin.
What's happening, man? What's happening? How y'all feeling, man?
Oh man, you know we good.
We blessed, bro.
Talk a lot tonight, man. It's about to be real entertaining. And of course, man,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Patriot Rob, Mia told me specifically tell you hello, man. She met Patriot. She loved Patriot to death, bro. She told me to tell Patriot what up. You know what I mean? Right.
And of course, man, y'all already know, man. He coming in here, got all the bragging rights on this Monday. Man, they try to come in here acting all humble, last Monday talking about, oh man, we hope we can survive Big Bad Bama and all this stuff and yada yada. But of course we weren't going for it in the second, and it happened 2 years in a row. They got us, but it's all good. Y'all show your love to our good brethren and friend, Bishop Franks. What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's good? What's shaking? Hey, I know this gumbo's on point. We ready to rock and roll.
Oh yeah. And of course, lastly and certainly not least, everybody, certainly not least, y'all already know he got to see his favorite quarterback, Arch Manning, throw against those Georgia Bulldogs. Mr. Horns down himself. Y'all know he got one of the best YouTubes out here, man. Hall of Fame Sports with our main man and brother. Y'all show your love to our good friend Jason Watkins. What's going on, man?
What's up,
Hey,
Jason?
man. Not much.
What's
Thank
happening?
you guys for having me again, man. I wasn't sure if I was going to be welcome back.
What
Man.
up, Jay?
Oh man, stop it, man. Hey man,
Please.
Good to see everybody.
Some guys. Now I want to see some.
I know
faces
that was
up
BS because, listen, I was very welcome at the stadium. I thought it was great. I had a fantastic time, even whenever I was worried about the damn game because it was a nail biter. What a fantastic environment. Energy in the place was amazing. I won't soon forget that, man. It was really good, really cool.
Did you start by Archibalds?
I did indeed. Didn't forget that either. Yes, fantastic.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Could have sent him by Rama Jamma for that breakfast.
It's been there forever.
Boy, I haven't been there in so long.
They got that breakfast, boy.
Yeah, I gotta stop by there. But
Yeah,
of
I didn't
course,
make you by there. You didn't tell me about that one, Coach Shawn. You were holding out on me.
I know, bro. I forgot, man. I just thought about Rama Jamma.
That guys like to eat, bro.
Hey, trust me, bro. I know. Yeah.
and of course, y'all, they just got to shout out to people in the chat. Kim, what's going on? Toya, what's going on? Good to see y'all. What's going on? Stacy Go Dogs, they got a big win over those Longhorns this weekend. Our good brother Dwight up in the house. What's going on? Another Georgia Bulldog, James Richards. What's going on, my brother? What's going on, man? Y'all dogs up here today, man. I ain't never seen as many G's up in my comment section, man. Where all the G's at? The real G's stand up.
Hey, I'm glad they're here too, taking care of business like they did.
Trapper Net, what's going on, bro?
Trapper Net.
D-Fan, what's going on? Eric D up in this thing. Bone up in this thing. What's going on? PJ. What up, man? Y'all hit that like button, please. TPG, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Who else up in this thing? Tough as Nails up in this thing.
Nail.
Oh, man. Y'all know the king of chaos right here. Ephraim. What's going on, brother?
What Ephraim talking about?
You know he about to come with the fight. I'm telling you, man. I need full participation tonight, man, especially when we talking about these coaches. Patriot Light, Rob, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Young Trev, what's going on, man? What's going on? Making my way down. Our good brother that hold it down every morning, every single morning. He hold it down at 8 o'clock Central Time. Piano Man, make sure you go over there and catch him. Bishop Frank be over there. Right there with him, man. Showing love, man. Always an entertaining show. Always an entertaining show. So y'all show my brother some love. Link up in the house, man. What's going on, Link? And I think that's everybody, man.
Double L in here. I think I saw Double L in here somewhere.
Yeah, Larry Large in here, man.
Larry, man.
Yeah, Larry Large.
Oh, there you go. Larry, what's going on, man? Can't forget about you, brother, man. Oh, J. Cole up in here. What's going on? Yeah, man. I don't know how I skipped y'all, man. Good to see y'all, man. Make sure y'all share this link wherever y'all can share the link. Tell the people to come on over here. We about to talk some football. And like I told y'all, I was supposed to introduce this on Monday. Hold on, I'm gonna go to it right now, just in case anybody say anything to hurt anybody's feelings. This is the Hurts Feelings Report. Make sure you fill it out. Go ahead and fill it out. You know, we'll push it on the HR and we'll make sure they talk to them about how you feel or whatnot. because guess what? We just don't give a damn. Just one. So HR may give a damn. So holla at my boy.
Hold on, B Sharp.
Go ahead.
Ephraim, is that a real story or you just no? That ain't played yet.
Oh
right?
no, they ain't playing. Yeah.
Oh,
Hell no.
okay. I was finna be
promise
like,
you.
what?
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Haters, what the hell?
I'm not mad.
They made him win.
Facts.
He was.
Facts.
You a Cowboys fan?
Oh man, I'm a terrible towel person for life.
Oh,
There you go. Cuss
okay.
Coach
Oh, I
Al.
was about to say, man, what you do that?
Me, Coach Al, and piano man.
Here we go.
Yeah. Don't worry, man. Yeah, don't worry. Y'all ain't going to the shit.
Save them terrible towels.
I'm a Commanders fan,
We
man.
got
playing
these.
for
That's
a
it.
top pick.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie now. That Jalen Ramsey Minka trade looking better by the game.
It ain't.
Better and better.
Yeah,
And
it
not to mention
is.
the tight
It's
end.
going.
And the
We'll
tight
talk
end.
about.
It
We'll talk
is.
about that.
Tight end. You know,
But,
I like me some tight end, Ted.
Yeah.
They're my dogs. Okay,
Just saying.
it's Swiss
we
Army
go-
knife football.
Let's get on into it, man. I'm gonna let the Oklahoma guys start off. Of course, Oklahoma over Alabama, man. Tough loss for us, man. We had a lot of emotional fans. And they were super emotional. And I hope I see that one Oklahoma fan in the comment session tonight. And I hope he comes with the disrespect, because I ain't gonna even wish that. But like I said, man, we took a loss 23. Was it 23-21? Yeah, man. Terrible loss against us, man. Jason, since you were right there in that fire, man, you was up in T-Town eating Archibald. They should have ran you out of town, man, with that plate in your hand.
Hey, I'm gonna tell
How
you
you
something.
felt about the game,
I quietly left the stadium. I didn't say nothing. I didn't act the fool. I was a good boy. I didn't rub it in on nobody or none of that kind of stuff. So no, man, it was like I said. Actually, you know them damn turn things going up. We got tickets that were in the end zone.
Yeah.
The spiral,
Bro,
yeah.
the tickets were great because you were right on the we were on like the second row of the upper level, so it was awesome. But I'm telling you, man, I was a tired puppy by the time I got up there.
If you get there early enough, they got a cart that'll take you up there. Like this little golf cart thing, they be taking fans up to the top.
Yeah, they weren't doing all that for me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got up there and stuff, but we had the all 22 view. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, man, that's the biggest stadium I've ever been in. I think it's the biggest stadium I've ever been in. So it maybe A&M was up with it, maybe Penn State. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think there's stadiums obviously that hold more people, but just gargantuan size like that, man, that was unbelievable. So it was really cool, man. I tell you what, start off the game the way that they did to be able to get that turnover and returning the interception for the touchdown. That was a good way to get started because we came into this talking last week about how these guys don't turn the ball over. If you get one, you have to either win the turnover battle or at least not turn it over yourself and, stay even with them on that. Because if you don't, they're going to get you. They moving the football. They were able to move the football. They were able to throw it. But that pressure, I think that pressure was what the biggest help for Oklahoma was, and of course being able to make good on kicks, because our offense sure wasn't getting it done. Thankful for that defense and doing what they did, and of course having a kicker that 50 yarders are routine for that kid, man. It's something else. And you don't ever realize it until you have a kicker that isn't like that, like we had last year. And I know you guys have had some struggles with yours this year. It's tough, but the whole game, man, you're on pins and needles. It really was, but it was electric and the atmosphere was just electric. So again, I can't say enough about the experience that it was. It's a bonus that Oklahoma won. We're still in the playoff hunt. You got to finish up and not play with your food the rest of your way, but But even if it had gone the other way, it was a 2-point game, man. It could have went the other way any number of ways. So you feel grateful that you go in there and find a way to get it done, and then you hope that they can continue to stay focused and not mess around, handle their business the rest of the way, get in the playoff and see what happens.
Dude. Coach Shawn.
For me, man, it's just it's really cut and dry, man. Alabama, our offense had a good day. I'm not sure if Oklahoma, if you look it up, I think Alabama had more total yards against them than anybody they played all season.
Doubled it up.
Yeah. But you can't turn the ball over like that against Kentucky, much less OU, right? Really think about this for a second, man. They throw the pick six, Ty turn around, 3-step drop, he telegraph his pass, DB break on the ball, you know what I mean? Over with, right? You punt the ball. They punt the ball. Ryan Williams all of a sudden back there for all of a sudden he trying to make things happen, juking and jumping and get the ball knocked out. Whatever yard line that was, that's another touchdown. Then Ty gets sacked. He fumbled the ball. That's some more points. I mean, really think about all those scores. I think it was 17 points, if I'm not mistaken, man. Total, I believe. Really think about that, man. This is OU, and you gave them short fields. OU didn't have a drive over 41 yards all night long. You know what I'm saying? But they still was in the game because you turned the ball over. You can't turn the ball over against a team like that. So I said, I personally think we deserve to lose that football game. You deserve to lose that football game because you cannot turn the ball over like that and expect to win. You just rarely does that ever happen, man. You look at Parker Brailsford, taped ankle. He struggled. That was probably Parker's worst game to me.
Coach, can I say something real quick, though?
Yeah.
I do want to add in one thing, though, listen, I think that your offense let you down for sure. But your defense played lights the hell out.
Yeah,
lights the hell out. They were unbelievably good. I don't want to, to not say something about that because I was thoroughly impressed. They were physical. They were fast. They were getting to the ball. That's the best defense I've seen. And I wasn't sure that was going to be the case because Texas has had a really good defense so far.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that was the nasty defense. If I'm a Bama fan, I'm coming out of this going, yeah, we played our worst and lost by 2, but we know we have a defense and we have an offense that still put up yards on the best defense in the country.
I agree. I agree, man. I tell people this all the time, and I think we talked about it in long magnitude. Oklahoma's defense is one of the top defenses in the country. These guys, you may not see another defense like that all season. I know Auburn got a great defense, and they're going to be right there at them. But as a whole, I think Oklahoma's secondary is better than Auburn's. When you look at what these guys do, man, it was tough. It was very, very tough. Our O-line. If I'm taking one bad thing away from the game, I do not understand, bro, for the life of me. And maybe Coach Al can expand on this. He coached much longer than I have on offense. I have never seen a team switching offensive linemen this late in the season without injury. If I have, I don't remember if I have. I just don't understand why we're doing that. I don't understand. Our offense converted 5 straight third downs of third and short, and we failed on 6 straight third downs of third and long, mid to long. The running backs pass pro is terrible. Again, I know that's Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? But great teams take advantage of your mistakes, and that's exactly what they did. I personally believe losses help you, especially when you Alabama. I heard after the game from one of my partners that went down there and his son's being recruited. They got a chance to be in the locker room. I heard that the players was pissed, like even worse than Florida State. So it's good. Same thing I told you about Ryan that day. It's good to face a little adversity, right? If you look at the Tennessee game, we scored 37, South Carolina 29, 9 against LSU and 21 against OU. I think the offense has got to restructure what they're doing as far as getting the ball to the running back. I think Daniel Hill need to play more. I think he need first team reps to get a little better shape, like Coach Al said. I think Daniel falls forward. He's not a breakaway back, but he's physical. He did, when I watched the game back late in the game, you could tell he did get a little wore down, a little tired. So they just got to put it together, man. They got to rejuvenate themselves going against this practice game and then get ready for Auburn, man. You know, you turn the bottom line really quickly. It don't matter how well you play if you turn the ball over that many times against a team like that. And that's just the bottom. That's the bottom line of the game.
Bishop.
Yeah, I just when I broke down the film, it's a tale of two halves. In the first half, the combination route with the drag route was eating us alive. I don't know why you stopped. I don't know what the OC was thinking about. It's just like it's dumbfounded. It's like, okay, that tight end was wide open. And only in the second half when we made the adjustment, but still, until that time, is no reason to go away from it. And it was opening up your running game.
That
So,
pressure,
you know,
man. Oh,
there's a lot
is different.
And see, a lot of fans are like, well, we can't run. You got to know that schemes need certain things to be able to run.
Yeah.
And right now, that was a stout defense on both sides. Those are elite defenses. Let's get it right. Those are elite defenses. And whenever you make a mistake and you let something go, each defense gonna capitalize. And so there's just a learning curve that, hey, it was the first time that I saw our offense. I saw some flaws that needed to come up so that we can make sure we look in the mirror and face it and get it corrected. Because understand, you can't keep kicking field goals and win these games going down the stretch. You got to be able to turn it into some sevens. And we were getting turnovers and whatnot, but when you only get sevens more times and you only get one touchdown out of it, that's a problem. And that's something that we'll work on our side. But in the meantime, in the second half, we just the defense, Brenneville's just went in his bag, and he came out with a defense that I haven't seen in a long time since Clemson when they beat you guys in the Natty.
Can I tell you this, Bishop?
Yeah.
Can I tell you this real quick so you can speak on this really quickly?
Sure.
It need to be said. That A-gap pressure y'all brought, I don't think I've seen that. We hadn't played nobody who got at us like that. And they knocked Geno the last play when he threw it to Ryan, he put Geno Vandermark in Ty Simpson's lap, bro. Like that A-gap pressure from Oklahoma was totally different. I promise you.
Yeah, totally different. And so what I did after breaking it down is I see where that game was a heavyweight fight, like we was talking about, but all of our keys to the game came true. And with that, both teams need to recognize you're not there yet. Yeah. You got to keep stacking days because there's a whole bunch of cut-ups on the floor that makes the next team's list that they'll be watching, and you always got to answer to it. So with that said, I commend y'all. Y'all brought it to us, and we stand 10 toes down, and we duked it out just like a heavyweight title fight.
Facts.
Tez.
Yeah, man. Actually, I didn't catch this one live. I did the whole softball tournament thing this weekend, so it was on a bye week. I got to go out there Saturday and Sunday and spend it with my little niece, man. She's playing softball, so hadn't done that in a while. It was awesome. So I had to rewatch this game. And man, this is about Oklahoma's defense. Plain and simple. We kind of knew. I wasn't as impressed with Oklahoma's offense the entire year. I kind of knew that this was the way it would go. They would stumble their way to make this game close because they have such a great defense. And Alabama is the same story. Where's the running game? Non-existent. Running game would have helped you out in this football game. Now, I will say that the turnovers are the turnovers. You know, you have them some games you don't. But I would say only one of those really was unforced, and that was I think the first interception that tied through. Other than that, Taylor Wynn, who, if you watch the show, was that Friday that Jay was on? Jay and Jason? Yeah, y'all told us about him because we was like, man, well, our Mason Thomas out with, who's going to be the pass rusher. And I remember Jay did a whole little spiel about Taylor Wynn, this cat Taylor Wynn. He ends up getting the strip sack heard around the world. And then the Ryan Williams fumble is, you just got to secure the ball better than that. I mean, he's a smaller kid. That happens when smaller people play football. That's the first thing they go for is try to knock the ball out of their hands because that's the weakest point. He's got to be better than that. But man, to Bishop's point, man, Cuevas was wide open. Like, he's been wide open all year. Like, I don't know if I've seen him make a contested catch all year because he hadn't had
that
to.
play that they ran for that dude, that hiding play, that's been going against us all year. That cat is a baller, though. Damn.
It is crazy how wide open they scheme him up to be. Like you guys said, though, two great defenses, though. I think these defenses give any team in any kind of trouble. I was surprised to see Alabama actually still pass the ball to the tune of 300 some odd yards.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would happen. I thought that they would actually get to tie a little bit more. But then you watch the post game and you hear Peyton Bowen saying like, "Hey, we saw that he leads the country in fumbles when he sacked. Like, he's number one. When you sack him, he lets the ball go." There's a stat that I didn't know until after the game, listening to the post game, and I was like, "Well, that explains some of that A-gap pressure that Coach Shawn was talking about. That explains the approach that Oklahoma took towards this game, where they just said, "Hey, we may give up some stuff on the back end, but we're going to commit to bringing pressure and putting pressure on this quarterback, because if we get to him, he leads the country in giving the ball up when he's sacked." So that's a good use of analytics, I think. And these teams, like we talked about it, man, this is a must-win game for Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma does not win this game, college football playoff chances are absolutely over with, all right? And they played with that type of desperation. They played like their season was on the line. So what can I say, man? You get a game 23-21, one team has 400 yards of offense, the other team limps along offensively and ends up winning the football game. You got to give a shout out to that defense. In that, that's the only way that you come out victorious in a game like that. Defense, special teams, and you guys got to get that kicker to working, because that missed field goal, it's the difference in the football game. So you got to get that to working. But
what was up with him yelling at the lineman? What was that about?
I think he was yelling at the dude for the high snap, because it was a high snap.
It wasn't a great snap. I saw it in real time.
Yeah, it was a long snapper. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Bro, they don't yell at you when you shank one into
that's facts,
into the student section.
Yeah, kickers, you got to be quiet, make field goals, and shut up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
and Coach Al, when you speak on it, I think, bro, Coach Al will go into it. I think we ran the ball fairly well. Me personally, 15 for 69. I just don't think we did it enough. They weren't committed to it.
Well, yeah, that is correct, Coach Al. You are right. You go back and break down.
The big boy did.
The O-line played probably their better game
against that defense.
From a standpoint than we've seen in a long time. I think they got the right mix of guys. I wish Dewberry was 100% healthy, but he's not. But yeah, just a couple things I want to touch on, man. A lot of good dialogue here, man. A lot of missed opportunities, but one thing I do know Ed Venables was playing acupuncture on our offense, okay? Because it's obvious that with great precision, with his strengths versus our weaknesses, because he said it in the post game, we knew we were more physical in some places and we wanted to take advantage of that. that tells me that's a guy that has totally peaked you and is going to press the buttons
study.
when he wants to.
Speak on it, Coach Al.
And he also recognizes that our offense is a timing-based offense. If you can disrupt the timing, you disrupt our offense. You get our quarterback off his spots and gets him uncomfortable, his percentage rate goes down to 50%. Facts. Secondary to that is that the adjustment that we did not see, if you look at our route combinations, they're all very much vertical. Every now and then you see Quavers comes across it, but you want to have the fast guys with the ball running through threatening the zones. Okay, because if you never have fast guys running through the zones, you can't ever create a void in the zone. So if everything you're running vertical, the zones are going to be set up to stop that. I don't care if you run a route combination. The way they were playing their defense, they were robbing, they were running Tampa 2, they were running cover 3. They was running all that stuff to keep you driving the football 11 plays so they can apply pressure to you. For instance, when Ty threw the interception, he threw right into a fire zone.
That's
quarterback rule number 1, you got him, right? So what you do, if you can't beat it, you throw the ball away.
You throw the ball away.
He threw right into the fire zone. It's pick 6, game over. We out the gate. Okay, all right, next point. So let's see what we got here. I took a few notes.
What a surprise.
Yeah, I took a few notes. Taylor Wynn, that young man is exceptional. Okay. And to that point, again, this is what Brent Venables, his staff gets an A. Okay. When Taylor jumped over the guy and blocked the punt, okay, they had practiced that, because I will read to you from the rule book. It is not a foul
so close
if
to
the
the line of
player
scrimmage
was aligned in a stationary position within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage. Okay, so what that means is that that man has some seriously explosive genetic tendencies that allow him to just jump right over the dude and block, and that's what freaked the kicker out. He should be, you know, I wish I could say something to start with a P and end with a Y, but he's pointing at the kicker, at this long snapper, because you freaking choked, bro. You freaking choked when you saw that dude jump across the line, and you should have been focusing on the football. But your eyes are somewhere else, and then you're gonna try to drop a dime on your. I would have dragged him in the locker room, kicked him square as you know what, and threw him in the locker, Bishop. You know what I'm saying?
Look how low he kicked, Coach.
We're talking about the kicker.
That's why he done that.
And then you're gonna try to put it on the long snapper. You want that? Anyway, I digress. Let me keep going. Let me see here. About the fumbles. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. Last year, and I hate to digress, we talked about the quarterback fumbles, and you wanted to run the guy out of town. We got the same guy fumbling 5 guys in a row. Okay, putting it on the ground, not taking care of the rock. Okay, throwing it to a fire zone. Ain't nobody saying him, but oh shucks. Okay, so let's get over that. You see what I'm saying? So all right, let me keep going. Okay.
I love it.
OU to me, man, I love this, man. I mean, I love this, man. Can you feel the chemistry on that team, man? Can you feel how much they want to play and win for Venables, man? You could feel it was palpable that they wanted this win, man. Okay. Yeah. They did everything they could to get the most mileage out of their team that night, and they capitalized on every mistake. In a big game, we all know about big games, right? Every mistake is magnified. Okay? Is in a big game because the pressure's on. So I could go on. Okay? The main thing is we took the L. But we get a reprieve. We get a practice game this weekend, and it's down to the plains we go. Okay? Now we're going to see whether or not you can replicate that hunger, that thirst that you saw play out on Brian Denny last week with the guys from Crimson and White, okay, from Oklahoma. You got to play like that, like you got something to lose at the Plains. It's time to put up a shutout. Yeah, you outplayed OU in every statistical category. In fact, the pregame game plan analysis was that you got to win the turnover battle, you got to win the possession, okay? You got to win the time of possession, okay? You have to be functional in your running game, okay? The quarterback has to, hit the open man. You're going to take some sacks. Venables is going to sack you, but you're going to get your shots. So all of that played out with the exception of two things. And one last thing, I would say this: the punting game. OU's punting game, their special teams were hands down better than ours.
Yeah.
I mean, the punter was great. He kept changing the field. We never had plus field position the whole night.
At all.
And the punt returner made plays. Remember that? We punted the ball. We put
first punt.
It was a 49-yard punt.
He didn't give a
43-yard punt return.
Yeah.
They got points. Okay. I mean, we could go on. I'm not down on our team because, like I said in my post Sunday, we got defense this year. And defense travels. And one thing that's scary.
It's legit. It's legit.
Is a hungry defense and a pissed off defense, especially one as good as ours. So Tez, Auburn's on the clock.
All right.
Auburn's on the clock.
Okay. Man, I say something about y'all defense though. Like, this defense has gotten better every single game. They weren't playing like this at the beginning of the year at all.
They're fantastic, man. They really are.
What they're doing now is they creep their way up into the standings to where like they're number 3 in the SEC now. At one point they was down up under 10. They've gotten better every game.
Tez, Alabama was number 1 in scoring defense in the SEC going into this game.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's wild. Because at the beginning of the year they wouldn't like that. But that speaks to Kane Womack and like, bro, you get better as the season goes on. That's the goal.
That's right. I mean, they are the heart of the team. It ain't even close now. At the beginning of the year, it was the offense. Now it's the defense because they playing with heart. Okay. The leader of our offense, love the guy to death for what he's been able to do, but his body language is all wrong, man. You can't look like that coming off the field like you done lost your puppy. Okay.
You're gonna cry. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You cannot look like that in a clutch game like this, man. And you're the leader of the team. Maybe he's just exhibiting severe frustration, but you look like you're about to cry. And as a football player, I'm about to smack you in your grill and say, "Come on, man, you want to do this or not?"
We talking about Ty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That wasn't.
And I'm gonna say this, and I don't know, y'all probably Ty. He gives me the success is starting to seep in. When he started the season, he was a very, very humble kid, barely celebrated, just very stoic in his approach. And now you can kind of see it, kind of like you said, and he's holding his head down. The expectations are higher for one thing now that, the season is gone the way it's gone. The expectations are higher, but now you can see like, maybe it's just that he expects 300-400 yards every game now. So he does hold his head now a little bit more. But beginning of the year, he was when it was questionable whether Ty Simpson could be the guy. He was a lot more humble in his approach.
Yeah. Hey, Tez.
What's that?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You can't tell when he throws for a first down or a touchdown and when he got a fumble.
Yeah.
You do not know.
He's a special kid, though.
That's the guy I want behind. Well, heck, even last year with Milroe.
Yeah, him too.
He didn't play with his emotions on his shoulder. He was resolved. Okay. You got to show leadership in that position, is all I'm saying. Okay. And the body language is all wrong sometimes with Ty. He's this exceptional player. Don't get it twisted. Okay. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm not going to not call it like it is. It is what it is. Get pissed off at me if you want to. Go look at the game for yourself and judge for yourself. Okay. Maybe he's his harshest critic. Maybe he's harder on himself than anyone. That probably
he is really hard on himself. You can tell
extremely well. He wants to be, but we talked about it, Tez. He's trying to be too fine, too correct. And
you can tell he's hard on himself, though.
He's pressing.
He'd be so
man.
Disappointed.
He's pressing, right? Because they're not giving him any help. If you had a complimentary run game, you had a different look. I know I've been talking a lot, guys, but it's coming out right now. Okay. And here's the thing. The OC has to know this. Everybody schemed this up. you gotta play a little bit differently now. Okay,
Definitely
you
do.
have to. If your playmakers are your receivers, you have to put them in different route combinations and create matchups to allow them to create space on the move. It causes teams now that, okay, we can get home with 4, we can sit back in zone, and they're gonna be running route combinations that are vertical and nothing that say, okay, we're gonna flood it, we're gonna run combinations, we're gonna run shallow combinations, we're gonna run drive concepts, we're gonna do things that's gonna force you to void zones. Where now Ty can do what he does best: sit back there in the 5-step, go through the progressions, pick you apart.
Tell you this too. I'm sorry, Brent.
No, go ahead.
Go look at Vandy. Go look at Missouri. Everybody's starting to play us the same way. Principles of the same thing, right? And I'm gonna tell you this too. Everybody was talking bad about, including myself, about Nick Sheridan, about Jalen Miro. With the offense last year to this point in 10 games, averaged 40 points a game, 400 points after 400 points after 10 games. We averaged 32, right? Actually 31.4 right now through 10 games. The offense last year was better than the one you watching right now. This is facts. This is facts. Go look it up yourself.
The perception is otherwise, ain't it, Coach?
Yeah, it definitely is.
The perception.
I got every score right here in front of me.
Just
listen. Just listen to last year, Ted. 63, 42, 42, 41, 40, 27, 17, 34, 42, and 52. That's last year. This year, 31, 73, 38, 24, 30, 27, 37, 29, 9, and 21. Through 10 games, that's 319 points. That's 31.5 points. Last year is 400, a total of 4. That's 40 through 10 games. The offense last year was averaging more points than the one you watching right now. These are facts.
Because last year, even though you guys struggled to run the ball last year, y'all ran the ball last year. So you got a ton of big plays off of play action, just 50, 60-yard bombs. Like, they were there. Y'all were big game hunting last year when it came to y'all's offense. This year, you can see Ty wanting to take those passes, and sometimes he does throw it down the field when he should just hit the check down right in front of his face. But it is a more of a ball control type offense this year.
That's right.
Than speaking straight to points. But if last year is any indicator, y'all came out in the Iron Bowl last year and handed to Jan Miller 28 times. I never forget that, because nobody saw that coming. It was like, even Alabama fans was like, why we didn't do this the entire year? It was like, y'all got in that Iron Bowl. It was like, we have to do something different. And y'all turned around and handed the ball to Jan Miller 28 times. And that was the depth of us in that football game, because we could not stop it. Yeah. So I don't know if that happens again this year. I don't know what the approach is. Do they change it up? Do they go with what has been working? But he does. The coaching staff has shown a pulse to the point of saying, like, hey, let's do something different in this game because this game matters. So that's something to keep your eye out on too.
I think defense test. I like DJ, but he ain't Brent Venables.
No, I don't think there's not a lot of Brent Venables out there.
I mean, he is not Brent Venables, and Brent Venables.
That D-line is good.
What's that?
That D-line is legit, though.
No,
I agree with you there. But again, I say that you might have those guys, but game plan and tactics still matter, right? For 60 minutes, yeah. Right.
I think the two best defensive coordinators in the country, if I go in and out, is because of the service. But it's Brent Venables and Kirby Smart. I don't even think it's close. It's not even close like those guys.
Kirby's a head coach, man. You got to put some respect on Glenn Schumann name.
What'd you say? My fault. I told you, man. If it go out,
you got to put some respect on Glenn Schumann name over there, man.
But see, man, if that's the case, see, I know a lot of people that when it comes to like offensive coordinators or whatnot, they're like, if it's an offensive minded coordinator, they won't even give the credit to the offensive coordinator. They'll just give it to the head coach.
Brett calls his defense, though. I don't think Kirby calls his defense.
It's pretty much the same thing. Like, it's pretty much you just calling there. It's just like when
Now it's a difference because you got to think about last year. Last year, all the Oklahoma fans told us this year, coming into this year, it was like, man, the difference in this defense this year is going to be Brett Venables is calling it. Last year, he wasn't calling it, and you see the production. Like they weren't number one defense in the SEC last year. This year, you can't move the ball on them. It's a difference.
They were tough last year. They just ain't have an offense. All the guys were hurt.
It wasn't like this.
Oh no, well, of course, man. They just giving him time, and that's another thing, man, which gonna lead us to the next conversation. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I can care less. I got you, Coach Al. My fault.
Yeah.
I know. Go ahead. My fault.
No, I'm looking at some comments that Lynn's dropping in the chat. Relevant comments. Some, he's bringing out some good points here. Lynn's, sometimes he'll drop some nuggets on us, man. And he says right now, Bama first quarter was -5 yards. Second quarter, we had 52 yards. That's an issue with play calling. That's one thing he said. Mm-hmm. The other thing he said was, have any of you seen the All-22? No. Right? There's 6 of the running plays we ran were kind of trick plays. Okay. And I think that's the play caller really trying to dial something up when he needs to convert. Not necessarily as a strategy. It's due to the lack of movement they get with the O-line. I think it's also due to the backs not actually pressing the holes and hitting the holes. And we saw some of that with number 4. It's just the fact that he's a young kid. He hasn't been the number 1 guy at this level in the SEC, and he has a conditioning problem. His level of conditioning is not quite there to be that workhorse back. But we saw some sparks of what he's capable of when he gets just a little space. He always falls forward.
Yeah,
he always moves a foul. I mean, number 7, that linebacker for Oklahoma, he was catching the screws right in his chest a few times with that 240-pound dude. He got carried. Now you do that for 4 quarters. Oh yeah, we're doing some things. So we won't have to need no trick. The only trick is ride this trick pony, and we're gonna run this damn thing. Okay, so that's the only thing that's gonna happen right there. So Lynn, I get what you're saying. So maybe, since we done settled on 5 guys, maybe the practices with these as the number 1. Maybe I'm just pulling that straws, Coach Shawn. We got to pull at something. Okay?
I hope so, man.
Okay. I think one of the things that when we came into the season, man, one thing that we talked about, like the running back order, it was going to be Jaron Miller, Richard Young, and Daniel Hill. I feel like reason why his conditioning is not up to par, like you said, Coach Ab, which I think we all agree with, is because he thinking he was going to be that third back. He was going to be in there sporadically, not being the workhorse back like Jam. But now I think it's just a different way. This is a way how I think they need to change up the conditioning program when it comes to spring and summer and all that. Like, condition yourself like you're going to be the starter, because you don't know when your number may come up. And it's showing right now, like he'll run for – people say, why you keep taking him out? And I went back and looked at it. I thought they were just taking him out just for like certain plays or whatnot, but it was because of his conditioning, which you pointed out on Saturday. So that could be a reason. I'm not sure, but
I also say this, Brinsky, with you, like not dissing on nobody, but I can speak to this position more than most. Just go. All I'll say, brother, is just go watch Texas A&M running backs. I love using them. Go watch Reuben Owens.
Yeah.
When they run the inside or outside zone, watch the difference, brother. If you play the spot, then watch our running backs when they run inside zone. It's like watching a train that's in slow motion rather than watching a Ferrari hit a corner. It's just totally different. I'm talking about from the foot placement to the lead off foot to the patience when the blocks set up to the explosion. Our running backs for some reason get the ball and their feet get stuck in the mud. It's like they stop, anticipate contact. Just go watch Texas A&M guys and watch the difference in the patience and the attacking of the line of scrimmage. and learning how to get skinny at the line of scrimmage and explosion. Just watch the difference. If you understand, just watch the difference. I'm telling you, there is one. There is one.
And before we get on, because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of changed my mind on talking about this Texas and Georgia game. It was just a complete blowout. It wasn't even nothing worth talking about. shout out to Arch Manning though, man. You got your ass whooped, brother. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was a lot of drop passes in that game too, but still got to play better.
It's been a lot of drop passes in football this year, in college football. If you really think about it, everybody's dropping passes.
Can I ask
Bishop?
Bishop?
Let me get this one real quick. Dr. Crystal was asking about Richard Young, and I know Richard Young. He's been hurt. That's the reason why. Because I thought, like, man, where is Richard Young? But he's been hurt, so that's the reason why we haven't seen him. But this is a good thing about opportunities, man. When your opportunity comes, you got to be ready to play.
Yeah. I want to ask Bishop a question.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So Bishop, looking at your team, right?
Yeah.
In two phases of the game, you guys are elite. Okay, which means that offensively, your quarterback, I think he has some talent. Okay, what's happening with the offense, man? I mean, because you guys can, I mean, with what you got going, that package with that kicker and that defense, you can play anywhere. In the cold, you can play anywhere with that type of. But the offense is really what's holding you guys back, man. You know, because I mean, I'm looking at that game. We chatting back and forth and everything, and we're looking at the statistical advantage that we had, okay, and we're looking at the turnovers. That's the game, right? So So what if the turnover battle is even, man? You guys probably go down by double digits. But if you got an offense, you putting the pressure, taking a lot of pressure off your defense, which that's gonna make it even better. Okay, your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, first of all, our D line is elite. And what I will say though for the offense is that I think John Mateer came back too soon in the Texas game, and from that point on, has been fighting in his own mind mentally to get back right, because he got in some bad habits and not doing his footwork, and because of that, it's hurt us. And then a little bit of his confidence was down, and it's played a part in his decision making. And you know how important it is for a quarterback to be on his P's and Q's and be sharp, and being able to know when to hand it off. And when you see two standing, you know you need to give it versus keeping it and trying to make a Superman play. It just goes back to staying in tune and making sure, one, Arbuckle needs to run the ball. It's the same. That's why to me, it was a mirror. And we were playing, when we played each other, we was playing ourselves. And it's like,
very similar to.
And it's like, okay, wait a minute. You can run the ball, but then all of a sudden we want to go back to try to pass. And it's like, you got to commit. In November, it's all about running the ball, taking care of the little things, and finding your areas of avenues to throw to. Is always been the recipe. And something that Piano Man said this morning, our OC and your OC came out of the pack.
I was about to say that.
At Washington and Washington State.
Absolutely.
And because understand, when I break down film, I just like, I know you know what to do, but why aren't you making the decisions to do so? Especially after hey, you got Hill and we got Xavier Robinson. What causes you to go away when you have seen that he's been able to establish himself and Hill to establish on your side? It goes back to Washington State versus Washington. They have a different mentality versus coming into the SEC. They're going through a growing pains right now, because what they thought they would have success with is It's not SEC ball. SEC ball is your big lineman up front, you establish the run, and you pounding people into submission. Does that sound familiar? That sounds like Georgia now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Four running
Man,
backs.
Bishop.
They played
Yeah, and even Texas A&M. The deal is, as we get deeper in, and I know a lot of fans, it's tough to handle me because I'm gonna go by what I see off the field. But I explain to them, if I can see it as an old defensive coordinator, I know those analysts and those assistants are cutting up film, and it's gonna be in that in the script for them to go over. So if that's the case, and you don't did it so many games, eventually you have to acknowledge and look at the man in the mirror and realize, you know what? We got to change, because we're getting to where we got to do whatever is necessary to make it into the playoffs. That means if someone is running the ball and they're getting going, I need to run behind that and play action off of that and run my scheme. But see, this is where I feel that where they came from, this is the point where they're at a fork in the road for both OCs. You can't keep doing that, and you're going to win in the playoffs. It's not possible.
Hey,
Something's got to give.
Hey, Bishop, man, I'm good.
Yeah, you know something there's a lot what you're saying, because this is Arbuckle's first year in the SEC. This is Grubb's first year in the SEC.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's in the NFL, but
I'm so glad you said that, Bishop, because I've been preaching that one fact ever since even before the board came into the SEC. Urban Meyer is probably the best case that you can get for a coach that came from the West Coast and then came over here and dominated this brand of football. Like you said, you're playing in the pack. If you watch Washington State last year, they lost their last 5 games, right? Because Ben Arbuckle could not build plays off of what he does very well. Kalen DeBoer did the same thing, kind of, but you saw this year, I ain't gonna lie, they're starting to build plays off of one another. You saw like they put that they put that play with the what's the kid name? The tackle that they always put out wide to catch the ball.
74?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you saw that play, then they throw it to Brooks on that play, which they hadn't done. Just a wrinkle. You putting in the play, and then you have something built off of that for later in the season. And we talked about that earlier in the year. I think Coach Shawn highlighted, like, hey man, they're gonna throw it off of this look eventually. And you saw them do it in the Oklahoma game. So, like, bro, I'm just saying, like, it's. I remember, and this same thing goes for Ben Arbuckle. But I remember when Kalen DeBoer got here, I said that he would be successful, but Alabama fans won't like it. And I said that because it won't look like the same SEC football that you're used to seeing. It's going to look different. He's not, he isn't, and it will be. You see sometimes where he can, when he can get back to the run, he'll spam it, right? When he can get, when the game dictates to him getting back to the run, he knows how to close out games then. But these teams and these coaches from the West Coast, they don't know how to be intentional about running the football. Running is complementary. They're looking for light boxes to run the football. They're looking for the best scenarios to run the football into. They aren't going out there and saying, hey, we need to establish the run and then play off of that, which is what we know as SEC football. This is why when you watch Pac-12 football, when there was a Pac-12, you'd go to sleep and the team would be up 35-0. You wake up that next morning, that team lost 54-35. They didn't score another point.
Right.
It happened all the time. Y'all know I'm not lying. It's because they don't know how to close games out and play complementary football from the offensive side like that.
What about that one when homecoming, when I left y'all tent in Colorado was playing Stanford that night?
Yeah.
That's a perfect example. Was it Stanford? I think it was Stanford. And woke up the next morning like, damn, how they lost?
Yeah.
And that's the night that Ashton Daniels, who's our quarterback now, went off. Yeah, he went off in that game.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, let me say this. I'll say
go
this,
ahead,
bro. I'm, I try not to say too much of how I really feel because some fans can't take it. They think you. So I just try to keep it nice and PG.
You got the HR forms, coach.
Got the HR forms ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've been on record. You can go back and listen to me on Kyle Henderson show from 3 years ago. And I've been saying the same thing since then. I am not a believer in you can win a championship with this passy stuff. You can win some games. You'll win some games. But when you start playing better competition, that has good coaches enough to formulate a defensive plan to stop that, you see what happens, right? They force you into turnovers. I watched us on 3rd and 4. I watched Isaiah run a stem deep and turn around, a comeback route. And I watched Ty have a clean pocket and throw the ball in the dirt. The ball hit the ground like he was playing tennis. You know what I mean? I don't believe, maybe coaches will tell you differently, but from my experience, and it's just high school ball, I am one that don't believe you can be physical in a pass game. Because every offensive lineman that I talk to hate pass blocking as opposed to run blocking. I don't believe in this conference, that you can line up, throw the ball 40-something times and win a championship. You can win some games, right? Because everybody can't defend that. I was on Brinsky Sharp show last week, and I said if Ty throw the ball 30-something, 40 times, whatever, 30, I think we're going to end up being in a fight, because what that tells me is we're not running the ball. These coaches, I'm off of the thing that we can't run the ball. I'm off of that. I say we don't run the ball. Last night, if you can run the ball like that against Oklahoma, you should be able to run against anybody. I'm not asking for 150. 15 for 69, I'll take it, right?
Yeah, that's a good average.
Right. But you got to be committed to it. Coach Al will tell you, Bishop will tell you got to be committed to it, man. I don't think these coaches are committed to the run game. I gave Piano Man this analogy. I said Justice Haynes left Alabama in December of last year. He enrolled at Ohio in Michigan in January.
Sacrilegious.
He played for them in August when workouts start. Justice Haynes, I'm going to read you something real quick.
So don't
give me that he all of a sudden became a good player in 6 months, right? Michigan State, 26 carries, 152 yards. Wisconsin, 19 carries, 117 yards. Nebraska, 17 carries, 149 yards. Another game where he had 14 carries for 104, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. What the kid got hurt? I think he broke his foot or something to his foot. Had 857 yards, right? So the kid didn't just learn how to play in 6 months. Do you follow me? The proof is I'm showing you that the truth is in the details, man. I think this coaching staff they're just not committed to the run game. Understand what key word there? Committed to it. They rather throw the ball on 3rd and 2. They rather throw the ball on 3rd and 3. 3rd and short to them doesn't warrant running the ball consistently. It stick route, screen route, screen. And just for the record, because I heard somebody say, "Where's the screens?" They tried to run screens. They got smacked trying to run the screens. They got blew up. Go back and watch the game. They did try to run screens, and it got blew up. Make sure you watch the game. So I'm off of that. We can't run the ball. No, we just don't run the ball. And I'm one. I don't believe you can win a championship like that. I just don't. You can beat Tennessee. You can beat. You can even beat Georgia with it on the road early in the season. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna be able to go on the road in 30-degree weather and throw the ball 30 sometimes. And I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe you're gonna win it.
Who's the last final 4 teams last year? I think they were all pretty much running football team. You had Ohio State,
Notre Dame,
Penn State.
Yep.
Yeah, these are all teams that turn around and hand the ball off. Texas, another one. So to your point, man, you're right.
I think before I bring somebody else up here for this thing go out again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say this, Coach Al. Coach Shawn. You said a ball. I don't think you can be physical passing the ball.
That's the whole fact.
That's a bar right there. That is a clear fact right there.
That's
over and over and over.
Be sharp. That's common knowledge, man. You know, it's hard to play backing up.
It's fast.
Okay, and you can't establish yourself. Let's put it this way, Bishop, you're a defensive lineman. If you got a guy coming in your grill the whole night, you feeling him, versus you teeing off on him because he's quick set or he's in a set. You got to run and start. You can pick whatever shoulder you want to attack. You can bum rush him. He's got to be a guy that can bend and have great footwork and great hand placement. That ain't the running game. You got a landmark, issues on it, and you driving. You going. You double teaming. You hip to hip. You driving eyes up. You coming. That's coming downhill. That's a whole different mentality to do that all night.
Over and over and over. I'm just going to say
over and over again to establish yourself. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about in the light box. I'm talking about, you got 7 in the box. Okay. We still run an ISO over there. We're coming right there.
Yeah.
That's what we're coming right there.
Yeah.
And you know, the defensive lineman, when a team pushing y'all around, that's demoralizing.
Yeah.
Facts.
And just before we get off this subject, gentlemen, you know, I got to bring up another good friend of ours, man. Y'all already know he's doing his thing on the recruiting trail and whatnot. Just had an amazing interview. Make sure you guys go check it out.
Facts.
Yesterday, I called it today while I'm on vacation. And make sure you guys support this brother, man. He's a dope human being. Like I said, he's on the recruiting trail. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel over there at TownMedia. Make sure you guys show your love for our friend and brother, Mr. Jonathan Lewis. What's going on, bro? Sorry for the long wait.
No, I'm late, man.
Jonathan Kuiper.
Jonathan Kuiper. I'm not gonna put out some information that he told me about, but I seen it on Saturday. Just know I seen it on Saturday. And I was like, the first person I thought of, first person I thought of was you when I seen it. I'm not gonna put that information out, but I'm gonna talk to you after the show. I was like, you damn sure was right too.
He called it.
Sorry I was late, fellas. Dealing with life, daughter, you know, she's 13. I got to call my school teacher. We got to get these grades straightened out. So, yeah.
You ain't got
I don't miss 13 at all.
It's hitting me in the face right now. So.
I haven't even made it to 3, so I got a long way to go, man.
Good luck to you, my man.
But this I think this is a perfect time because I think, man, we talked enough about it, John, and I think everybody about tired of talking about the OU game. Besides the OU people because they won. Shout out to Bishop and Jason. But this is one thing that I'm telling you, man, is leading up to it. And while we was podding, I got a little bit of news. My source, Yahoo Sports, on this one posted this. It's actually from the Athletic, and Yahoo Sports posted. It said Ole Miss gave Lane Kiffin an ultimatum to decide if he will be leaving the program for Florida or LSU before the November 28 Egg Bowl against Mississippi State. And the funny thing about that, and it was, I think that was like an hour ago. But what's so funny about that, I heard Josh Pate say, it was a video that I was listening to about Lane Kiffin changing jobs. He said if he was the head, he said this yesterday. He said, if I was the head of Ole Miss, I gave you everything that you can possibly ask for at Ole Miss. And the only thing, like, everything been beneficial to you here. If you say this is home and all that stuff, we're not about to keep dragging this out. And he said, I'm giving him until the Egg Bowl. He has to make a decision because we got options too, whether you like it or not. And so, so just seeing this, man, I feel like this is the right move by Ole Miss. It's like, man, we ain't about to be toyed around about this because they can go get a guy like John Summerall. So I think they can go get a guy like John Summerall. That's why I like, and it was going to lead me into the conversation. What is the best job in America right now? Like, which job, if you was a head coach looking for a job, which job are you going for? because I think we all Tez.
I better say, can I go first? Because I gotta get out of here.
Okay, yeah. My fault, bro. I forgot. Go ahead.
Oh no, but y'all probably already know what job I'm gonna say is the best job in the country.
Outside of that job, Tez, ain't nobody want to hear that. Outside of that job,
I mean, I got to make a case for it though, because I had them second on my list last time we did this. I had them up under LSU, but we see what's going on with LSU.
okay.
Don't nobody want to be down there in that. I mean, you may want to, of course. Okay, we got to stop saying that because anybody will take millions of dollars to coach football. So like the whole "don't nobody want to go there" narrative is crazy. There's some coaches that don't want to go there, but there are plenty of coaches that will happily go and answer to the governor or whoever else is under control to get that $10 million a year or whatever they paying out down there. So like we got to stop saying that. But as far as program structure, there's questions at Florida. There's questions at LSU. Looks like James Franklin to Tech is a real thing, which I think is
It's official now. James
Yeah.
Franklin already took the job.
Yeah, which is a hell of a move on Vitek's part. And I think that he's going to do very well down there.
Think so?
With no competition in recruiting, basically, up there in that area in the ACC.
Almost calling the conference, right?
All right. Yeah. Almost called it a conference. And then the Penn State job is kind of, whatever it is. Man, if you look at it right now, of course you have to finish this season out. But as far as athletic departments being intact, Auburn University and that roster of talent that's there, that's the best job in the country. I'm taking that job if it's offered to me. Because the only question about Auburn is always, well, what about the boosters? Well, what about the boosters? Well, boosters exist everywhere. It's not just at Auburn where boosters contribute money and make. You got the governor involved at LSU right now, so that's always that's always going to be the case. What about the boosters? What about the boosters? Listen, you got to have to deal with that anywhere. Any one of these big schools, if you disappoint the boosters, they're going to be on your head. If you go to Alabama and you disappoint the boosters and you don't win, they're going to be on your head. We saying, what about the boosters for Auburn? But Auburn is 5 wins, 6 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins in the last 5 years. The boosters need to be involved down there, because apparently whatever's going on ain't working. So, man, I just think that job right there is the best job in the country right now. Now, that could change, but as of right now, as far as alignment and walking into a situation that's intact, all we need is a coach. We're not looking for somebody else to make the rules or any of that stuff. We're just looking. We're literally one of the only schools that's only looking for a head coach right now. Said nobody want to answer to Bo Jackson.
Dr. Crystal been on point all night, man.
Oh man,
that was funny,
man.
That was funny.
Buzzing everybody's time all night.
He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Bo knows football.
No, Bo knows.
Bo knows coaching.
But yeah, man. Before you get up out of here, man, you want to shout out your channel, man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. It's SAC season on all platforms, man. Got we do rankings on Tuesday, so that's gonna be an interesting one. Last couple of weeks it wasn't a lot of movement because everything kind of went as usual, but we got some movement this week. It's gonna be interesting to see how this ranking shakes out, man. So if you haven't checked it out, please give me a subscribe over there at It's SEC Season and come check it out, man. We have a lot of fun doing it. It's been pretty fun.
And real quickly before you get off, give me your top three schools, top 3 best schools or best jobs right now that's open.
Right now, so number 1, Auburn. Number 2, probably Florida. Number 3, I don't know. I would actually probably go with Penn State in that order right there. But of course, once these coaches start leaving for these jobs, some more jobs gonna open up, and you're probably gonna see a lot of what Ole Miss is doing, giving ultimatums out to Lane Kiffin, because You gotta understand, after the Egg Bowl, you got about 2 or 3 weeks before you have to have these kids signed. Like, you can't just wait around and that decision need to be made for all these teams once the season is over with, because they only gonna have like 2 or 3 weeks before they have to actually sign a class. So, and
That's
you
why I
only gonna
think
get that
that
one portal time. So it's like, yeah, you need a coach.
yeah. That's why I think they pulled the trigger on Kiffin and really pressed, because they know they too they already been heading up for recruiting. So it's important to not allow it to linger over you if you're going to make it to postseason.
Yeah, and then they're a team that's kind of their recruiting is at Ole Miss right now. Their recruiting is very Lane Kiffin centric. Like, a lot of those kids go there to play for Lane Kiffin. There's no knock to Ole Miss, or maybe it is. I don't care, but I'm just saying, like, they're going there because of Lane Kiffin. So when you announce that he's leaving and you bring in another coach, he may be a good coach. He may be able to win, but is he going to have the cachet to bring in recruits there to the level of what Lane Kiffin was able to do? Because Lane Kiffin was able to get talent down there at Ole Miss when a lot of people haven't been able to do that legally.
But man, appreciate you coming up in here. I know you got another show to do, man. Appreciate you always. And no surprise by your number one at all.
Hey, we'll see how it shake out, man. I think this is one of the most interesting stories in college football.
This is my favorite time. This is my favorite time of the year, especially when they just gave him that ultimatum. Especially, you're going to hear something hopefully before Monday, so we can really talk about it. Now. That's when the dominoes start to fall in. But appreciate you, bro.
Oh man, appreciate y'all, man.
Oh yeah,
Tez.
All right, man.
I need one of them hoodies.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. About
double knock 7.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, Florida, 14.7 million. I take a real. If you just give me a meal, I could come down.
It's a lot of things, man. I still believe Florida is the number one job, man. I just can't unsee it, man. You have no state tax. They willing. I know it's just really Lane's job to turn down. It's very, very open. They want him. I think all the recruits that's there, they have, out of all the people that have been fired, nobody decommitted from that school yet. That says a lot. That means those kids want to be there. So it's gonna be interesting to see how everything goes there. I don't know, man, how it's gonna play out, but I believe if he decides he's gonna go there, it's gonna be a big ripple effect. But John, man, since you just came up in here, man, what's your thoughts?
I think I'm going to look at it from an outside the box perspective. I think the best job in the country right now is the job you currently have. I personally think that Kurt Signetti re-signing, a host of others re-signing, have kind of they've already made that statement, in my opinion. Now if you say which one that's open, you know what I mean? Me personally, I'm going to say Florida, LSU, and then Ole Miss when Lane Kiffin leaves to Florida. I'm on with Coach Shawn right now. It took me a little while, but I do believe this ultimatum essentially, I think, will give Lane Kiffin the push he needed to say, I'm going to Florida now, maybe. And I think Ole Miss will take that third spot to go in. Now, would I want to go behind Lane Kiffin in that Ole Miss spot? Most definitely not, because look, Lane Kiffin, in my opinion, is top 2 coach all time at Ole Miss, right? The only 11-win regular season coach to ever do it there. Has brought in the talent in an era now with NIL. He's done it in one of the most difficult times in the scholarship era. Has brought in and got rid of a stigma, by the way, that was hanging over Ole Miss's head, which was, old money controlling things there from a, ethnic perspective. And I feel like he's kind of leveled that out a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the order for me. I don't know. Like, I just feel like as a fan, we're going to continuously talk about this, but I think the jobs that are going to open up are going to be probably the most intriguing. Like, who would go to replace Lane Kiffin? That's crazy to me to even think about that, much less Lane going to Florida. And me personally, I like Florida. So that's why I think Florida is the best job that's currently open. that's just me. Is a multitude of what Coach Shawn's already said beforehand in previous podcasts or shows with, they're committed to the facilities. They're committed to the recruiting now. They're committed to open up the budget. You got the Gator Collective. Like, you have all that stuff working in your favor now.
No state tech.
Yeah, exactly. The only worry I may have is, and of course, I'm not personally associated with any of this stuff, would be the AD. You know what I mean? So, but it's all hearsay, right? So it's nothing I know of. So Scott Strickland, how does that look, right? So, but I think Florida has to be that. And then, I mean, depending on what Wally World and Jerry Jones does for Arkansas, Arkansas has got to be contacting Jerry Jones. So for money and stuff and moving that program forward. And I think personally, James Franklin going to Va Tech was the best move Va Tech ever made. That was an incredible hire. There's a lot of talent in Virginia, guys. Like, I'm sure we already know this from a recruiting standpoint, a ton of talent comes out of Virginia. So to bring in James Franklin, kudos to Va Tech.
He's recruited that area. Being at Penn State, so he's on very familiar turf up there.
Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah.
Coach Shawn.
I think Lane going to Florida. I think it's a done deal. I think he's out of Ole Miss. I think Lane's frustrated Ole Miss because he realizes Lane Kiffin is a competitor, bro. I don't think he's one of these coaches just want to win 10 games a year, ride off into the sunset as the all-time winningest Ole Miss coach. I just don't think so. I think he's a California dude. He likes water. He likes sun. He enjoyed coaching in Florida. Clearly, when he was at FAI, Florida Atlantic, FAU. I think he's going to Florida. He may not go, but I believe that's where he's going to go. I do believe that if he's in Florida, I think he'll have great chances to keep all those kids. Some of the people in the chat just said it. Keep those kids in Florida, IMG kids. I just think Florida fits him. I just don't think he fit LSU. I just don't think he fit LSU, man. I know we've said it a million times. You have to be a different type of coach. And I'm not talking about a tough coach, soft coach. Louisiana is a very personal state. Like, they love hiring their own, and the Cajun culture, community, whatever you want to call it, it's just very different. It's very, very, very different. I understand they've had some coaches in the past, like Coach Saban, that was successful there, like Les Miles at one point in time, who was successful there. But at the same time, man, LSU is just different. Like, they do a lot of different things. I mean, look at what the governor said. He wasn't lying to y'all. He just was putting information out that he really shouldn't have said. I think LSU is a different kind of job. I don't think Lane Kiffin, the surfer California kid, the Twitter guy, the one-liners, fit their culture. I just don't. I think he's not country enough to fit that culture. He's not Boudin enough to fit that culture, right? It's so thick with culture down there that Brian Kelly actually had to try to fake it, right? Because they was pushing him in that direction. So I think Lane want to be himself, and I think in Florida he can do that. I think Florida fit him more than in these other jobs. I just really do. I think he's the perfect coach. Florida's a sleeping giant to me. It's just like Texas A&M. It's just like Notre Dame. They can be down 1 second and in a season be right back up with the right kids, because kids still want to play there, man. With the right quarterback, with the right offensive coach. Look out. I mean, they got a great crowd out there in Gainesville, in the Swamp. It's still one of the loudest stadiums in the SEC. All it takes is the right guy there. That's all it takes. They've had some defensive guys there of late. I know Billy was an offensive guy, but Will Muschamp, Ron Zook, these were all defensive guys, right? I just think Lane, if he leaves, it'll be Florida. That's what I believe.
Yeah, you definitely got to fit that LSU in my opinion. Outside of Saban doing Saban things, it's just I feel like it's so rare to see somebody. That's why I thought Coach O would be there forever, because he was the definition of LSU. And I feel like in places like that, when you look at I just feel like you add on the culture and you add on what's happened at LSU, like that whole area. You talking about New Orleans and Katrina. It just adds in when you can relate to the people there of what happened, and the Saints winning the Super Bowl directly after. It's just It's one of those things. It's just, do you fit or not? And I think that's one that's not very complicated. But like what Brian Kelly and you just said, Coach Shawn, people tend to make it complicated when they try to force themselves into spots that they probably shouldn't be doing that in.
Facts. It's a cold fact right there. You know, I think for Ole Miss to come out with a public statement like that, just to show you how real it is that inside intelligence is giving them some intel that Lane is actually seriously considering taking this job. Okay, why else would they come out publicly like that to force the issue? Okay, you know, Lane's camp and his agents been passive aggressive on this thing, and Ole Miss said, "No, we're gonna hit this right between the eyes. Okay, we're gonna force your hand." Okay, and so I'm with you, Coach Shawn. I think the job is tailor-made for Lane. He seems to fit Florida. He had a lot of success at FAU, and they had no
recruited a lot of 3 and 4 stars to go there.
He did.
Exactly. He brought the program from nothing, and made them competitive. And I think they were in the Sun Belt at the time or something like that.
Yeah, what is it, Boca Raton?
Yeah, Boca Raton.
Yeah, beautiful city. Beautiful city.
Gorgeous.
Now, I would say this, that if Florida didn't need a head coach and Lane was there and LSU was going after Lane or whatever, he'd be at Ole Miss. He would stay. I wouldn't think he would go to Ole Miss. I mean, LSU. He would stay at Ole Miss because they would up his pay and he'll hit the portal hard just like he did already and build that mystique of, hey. Oh, and now the question is, if he goes to Florida, does he take Pete Golden with him? Or does Pete Golden become the head coach at Ole Miss?
Pete Golden's going with him.
I'm saying it tongue in cheek, you know, because I'm not a Pete guy.
Yeah.
You know that.
Coach Al, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
The similarities between Mississippi and Louisiana are far more closer than the similarities between Mississippi and Florida.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No question.
You know,
no question.
The Mississippi, Louisiana cultures, while different cultures, a lot of the same principles in that southern part. Gainesville, Florida is a little different. So it's a little different.
For a lot of years, I'm from the South, born and raised. You know that, Coach Shawn. You know, years ago, we didn't look at Florida as the South. It was Florida.
Right.
You think of the South is Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida is California Southeast.
California Southeast, yes.
It's not the South. It's just still not the South, okay? It's Florida. It's still, people don't look at Florida as the South. The Southern cornbread and catfish and collard greens. That's Florida. It's flip-flops, and T-shirts, and beach, and golf, and, you know, alligators, you know, whatever. Florida Gators.
Coach Al, I lived in Panama City, and one thing I will say, in Panama City where I lived at, they did call it L.A., Lower Alabama. Once you get out that panhandle, it's a different world.
It's a different world, yeah.
If you look on Lane's socials, how many times do you see him in water, no shirt on, water, swimming? You know, the dude is a California guy, man.
Facts.
Can you picture? He loved Boca Raton. Gainesville is beautiful. A lot of things that Lane likes to do there. You know, a lot of those running around. So I just, you know, we all could be wrong, but I just believe if he goes somewhere, it would be Florida, not LSU.
Yeah, they're going to make the huge investment into remodel of their stadium too. You know, that's going to be. You think the swamp was loud now? Just wait till they redo that stadium, man. That place is going to be quite the environment down there. And so, you know, if I'm a coach, man, and that's a very attractive thing to look at. If somebody's coming at me and want to throw all those resources at me, and I'm looking around the campus there versus Oxford. I don't care if it's Hottie Toddy or the Grove. It don't compare to Florida. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't.
Not even a little bit.
It's not even on that scale, man. You know. So, not to mention, you know, can you imagine? Come on, man. Yeah. You know,
my fault.
No worries.
Jeremy, great. Yeah, Jeremy. I didn't want to say it, Jeremy, but you know. He likes to kick it now, you know.
Yeah, what I was gonna tell you, check this out. In the streets, LR to LSU is a possibility. And Kippen to Florida.
LR?
Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley.
I don't see it.
I don't
LSU.
Be making a huge
Don't
mistake.
see it. You don't want that SEC smoke. That's the reason why he left.
We know, but it keeps coming up.
But they got
Man,
the
they
number
had-
one class.
How
They
would
got
he
the
leave
number one
USC
class.
though? How would he, man,
Don't see it.
Under that contract?
under that contract?
see
Yeah.
Yeah. But check this out. I just think it's a ploy to maybe get some more out of his contract.
Probably. They do that. They
More.
do that.
That man done got a private jet. What a
Yeah.
$6 million home? I forgot what it was
Two houses.
exactly.
He
Like,
had to keep his house
Too
there.
much money ain't
yeah.
enough
Hey,
money.
my
Listen,
goodness.
okay.
Wayne said it best. Too much money ain't enough money.
Not only that, just think about it. He's not even a top billing in Cali right now.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
He's struggling, and he thought, okay, I'm getting recruits out of California, so let me just go to SC, and I'll be right there, and I could get all the recruits and keep them in town. Well, it didn't work like that
At all.
at all. And on top of that, you got to develop young men. You cannot be gimmicky or bring just a portion and not make the necessary deals for your defense. And it really hurt their recruiting because it shell shocked their system out there to where they realized, dang, OU fans, you were right. He does not like defense, until somebody had to hire a defensive-minded individual out of UCLA.
That's right. Yep.
So you're starting to see that, and then on top of that, he's having better success, but someone had to initiate the move of the last DC and bring in someone who really develops and teaches and motivates young men to play the defensive side to go along with his offense.
Absolutely.
And they tend to run it. Now, with his crew, they run together. They've been friends for a long, long time. So whenever one makes a move, majority of them go with him.
Yeah. He got his best team this year that he's had since he's been at SC.
He's been doing a decent job. I ain't gonna lie.
They got the number one recruit.
I'm about to
class.
say if Jason was up here.
Yeah.
If Jason was up here.
Yeah, that
It's a
you could.
whole
Hey,
nother story.
I'll talk that. I'm far over it because the bottom line is you messed up Caleb Williams. When he did that, he just jacked that all up. And then that first year, it wasn't even his guys. It was the coach before Helton, all of his recruits that helped him to go that 11 win season. Then the following season, we saw the truth. The truth will set you free.
Yep. That's right.
I know.
Right.
I know. I gotta hit the great Jimmy Sexton up for an interview, man. Just tell him to come on.
That's
We
the
can-
man right there.
I'm gonna call. I call him Jimmy. You know, just call him Jimmy personally. Just call his number. Be like, man, come on here and let the world know. You ain't gotta tell too much, man. What's gonna happen in this college football world? Because it's gonna be a lot of movement, and he know, and he just moving the chess pieces. There's gonna be a lot of dudes that get paid, man.
I got a question, B. Shaw, before we get off of here, man.
Go ahead.
Toya asked it earlier, and it's a really good question. We was talking about this today at my job. If Alabama hypothetically wins out and we go to the SEC championship, Texas A&M beat us or Georgia beat us, I personally think it's gonna be Texas A&M. I don't think they're gonna lose.
Yeah,
that's 3 losses, and we lost, and we didn't win nothing. What happens to us then? Do we still get to go to the playoffs, or are we out of it?
I think
it's gonna I just answer quickly. It would be hard pressed to put us in there, but
3 losses.
But it would tell you a lot, man, why you shouldn't schedule a bunch of high ranked games. It would tell you just like it's kind of hard to just avoid that in the SEC, especially when we go into 9. But it just shows you the reason why. What's the point of playing these ranked games when it don't mean anything? Because they said strength of schedule going to be put in a lot this year. We're going to find out if it really matters. I just don't see them putting us in there.
I don't
Can I
see
say something to that?
I quickly, Bishop. I bleed said, I hear you, I bleed, but you got 3 losses on the season. And with the cluster amount of teams this year, Texas Tech out there in the Big 12 balling. I don't see them losing 3 times, 2 more times, whatever. I go ahead. I don't know, bro. I don't personally want to go to that game. Y'all can have that game. Just let us hover at round 10 and I'll be just fine. You know?
No, check this out. Now, either this committee is going to stay true to strength of schedule, because Notre Dame, their loss is a good loss. Then the Oklahoma loss was a good loss.
I hear y'all, Kyle, Jeremy. I hear you, but will they do it? Will they put a 9-3 Bama team?
And that's why when they say strength of schedule is gonna matter more, I like when people say stuff, and then when it actually comes to that time when you have to put pen to paper, you got to show yourself now.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't see if you really do it.
Now that's the problem that I have, is that you keep saying it, but there's a whole bunch of little gold nuggets that's showing that you're gonna flip a script when we come to that.
They setting it up for Ohio State and Indiana not to drop, whichever one of them lose. They setting that up right now.
They're gonna play each other. They're gonna win out. I'd be surprised if Ohio State lose to Michigan, even though they're going to Michigan. But they're gonna play each other in the Big Ten. It don't really matter. So one of them gonna go in there with a loss, regardless. More than likely gonna be Indiana. But
they're setting it up right now, bro, to where neither one of them.
You can already just pretty much, if it's, I don't even know why they're putting percentages on there anymore. They might well say 100% for both of those teams right now.
Yeah, facts.
Because they're going to be in there regardless.
But I think it depends on how you you lose. How bad? If you get blown out, I think it's not even a consideration.
In my opinion, you get blown out, yeah.
But I think if we're losing by 3, I think what's favoring Alabama to get in is the struggles from the ACC. I mean, at this point,
don't forget you got Texas Tech, BYU, Texas Tech, Notre Dame.
But I think the favored what's going to favor Alabama is if like we don't see the undefeated or win-loss Miami team or Clemson team or nothing like that. I mean, hell, who would you put in the playoffs right now from the ACC? They could potentially win it. Who would you put would say, okay, they'll win 2 or 3 games?
I still think Miami is the best team
over
there.
Everybody's overlooking James Madison. They the highest ranked group of 5.
And
I just gonna say that's what I was about to say.
They get an automatic bid.
Well, that's automatic.
A group of 5 team. So you want to be in that top 10. So that's why the whole AP rankings don't even matter.
No.
Facts, man.
But see, the question is, if you win out, okay, and you go to the SEC championship and you take the L, you're 10-3. And you go into the SEC championship right now, the poll is coming out tomorrow. Bama will probably be ranked 10th.
10th, yeah.
So you go to the SEC, you take the L, are you going to drop out of 10th? Even if you lose to Georgia or Texas A&M, that loss should push you down to about 12 or 13 in somebody's poll. Okay,
What about Texas Tech and James?
I'm just saying they're gonna win their conference. They're the Big 12, right?
Yeah, they're gonna definitely win. They're a good team, man.
They win that going away. I mean, you just might as well put them in with ink right now.
No, and just like Trevor Panissa said, Notre Dame, they got a guaranteed spot. They're going to get in. Notre Dame.
Yeah, I tell you what, right now, man, Bama, you got 0 room for Mark, 0,
none. Facts, coach.
Yeah.
And what I was gonna add is with James Madison and Notre Dame, There's only 10 spots.
Boom. There you go. And,
I mean,
and we
James
can name 8
Madison,
of them right now.
that group of 5 is going to have a spot no matter what. That's inked in. So I don't like that's not even a
makes 11
conversation.
in Notre
piece.
Dame.
It's not a conversation.
So yeah, like you said,
Yeah, that's
only 10
right.
spots.
That's right.
But my question is I'm not sold on everybody else is just going to win what they're supposed to win. I'm not sold Notre Dame's just going to beat Syracuse after watching what Syracuse did earlier this year.
I think
Like,
Jeremiah Love gonna run through them.
No,
boys.
I believe that. But what I'm
Right.
getting at is we've seen teams lose games they're not supposed to lose
Yeah, of course.
all year. And I'm not going to sit here and act like every single team's just going to win because they're supposed to win. I don't know. Like, am I crazy to think that?
You're not.
Well, it
You're
depends
not,
on
but
your team.
it don't give me no room for them to see them losing. I don't see nobody else losing at this
Yeah.
point.
You don't
Well-
think anybody else is going to lose ahead of us? There's no
I don't see-
possibility.
Even if Georgia lose, they're going to still be in there
Who
because
they
they
lose
won
at?
10-2. So we can go ahead and mark that. If I can remember, Ohio State, if they lose, they're going to be in there. Indiana,
They
if
ain't
they
gonna
lose,
lose.
they're going to be in
Yeah,
there.
they're gonna-
Texas
those two
A&M.
are in.
There's
Those
3
two.
teams already.
Notre Dame.
Georgia
I
gonna
just
be in there. Notre Dame, James Madison, any group of 5. I'm just counting 10 spots. So
Yeah.
Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia. Ole Miss don't look like they're gonna
Don't-
lose anything.
don't forget they
And they're
promoting
not going
Oregon.
to no SEC
They
championship.
got them up there too.
Who?
They
Oregon.
got Oregon up there too.
Oregon.
Or add Oregon in there. That's 5 or 6
3
teams.
losses. Man, I don't
That's what
know,
I'm saying.
man.
Ole Miss is not going to play in the SEC championship game, so they're good after they win the Egg Bowl. More than
Facts.
likely, they're going to be in there. All they got to do is win the Egg Bowl. They ain't.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there.
And who else up in there? Miami gonna whoever win their conference, Miami, they're gonna be in there.
Georgia Tech's
I'm
probably
just throwing out a team from the ACC. It's either gonna be Miami or Georgia Tech if they
Texas
win
Tech.
out.
it's gonna be Virginia or Georgia Tech.
Now remember, it's the 4th
Yeah.
highest ranked. Remember that too. ACC does not have an automatic bid, guys. That's another thing people keep
They
overlooking.
changed the calculus of it this year.
Yes, it's the 4 highest ranked conference champions. It doesn't mean it has to be the ACC. That's another thing people keep overlooking. Is like there is, you know what I mean? So hypothetically, according to their own calculus, if the Pac-2, one of those were the highest ranked top 4 teams, they would be in their automatic. They would be an automatic bid. That's what, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's going to happen, obviously, but there's so much more to look at than what's even going on at the surface right now that can happen to come into play. They openly said at the beginning of this season that they're not going to punish somebody for losing in the conference championship. I don't know. I think that's BS, me personally. Appreciate it, Coach Karl. I think it's BS, but do we want another Florida State fiasco where you go, you know, they don't get in, or a fiasco where somebody loses a conference championship game and they don't get? I don't know, man. Like, it's just so much to this.
I don't think no SEC squad, just like TPGRR say, I don't think we should, but I don't think they're gonna let no 3-loss SEC team in. I just don't see it. Not when you got all these
This is
other
one thing I
teams.
kept trying to tell Tez at the beginning of the year. Y'all like, bro, if you think they're going to put a 3-loss anything up in the playoffs, you lost your mind. If they won't do it for the SEC, they're not going to do it for nobody else.
And let me throw this in. Then wouldn't that open the door to Texas?
No, they're out.
That's what I'm saying. But if they open it up to a 3-loss team and they beat Texas A&M, they would have 3 losses, right? Or would they not even be?
No,
They
I
won't
think-
jump Bama.
I would say no, because Alabama's playing the extra game. They're not 9-3; they're 10-3. Whereas
Gotcha.
Texas won't be 10-3. So I think that has to, I'm not saying this as an Alabama fan. I'm trying to look at it from both perspectives as an outsider.
No, you good.
And it's hard to do because you know what I mean. It really is, because there's so much more to this equation. If you take the committee's word, Alabama's going to get in if they beat Auburn. But of course, I don't believe that. Of course, why would I? I mean,
I don't want that SEC championship game, bro. Let somebody else go play.
I agree
the
with you.
whole thing the whole thing of this thing, like, which is they already made it to this point, man, bro. These conference championship games don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
anymore.
you can have that.
I promise
Yeah,
you. The
facts.
one thing I did not want to do, that's why I didn't want to lose to Oklahoma, because I was like, bro, I do not want to go. At least we'll have another ranked team on our resume. But man, just going to play an extra game for what? To say we SEC champs? So what? Ohio State won without being Big Ten champions.
That's facts. And if we being honest now, if we taking off the crimson glasses, there's a very good chance we could win that SEC championship game. But there's also a very good damn chance your ass can get beat in that game too.
Yes.
Then you run around with 3 losses to my we deserve to be in. I just don't want to be in that.
And then another thing, just to really just bust a few people bubbles, it ain't no guarantee we gonna beat Auburn.
Absolutely not.
So our asses may not even be there.
You know what I'm saying? So
Brinsky, can you do me one favor? Pull up what I just brought up. This is my argument: is Alabama versus Notre Dame's schedule. Why would I, if Alabama is 10-3 and Notre Dame is not playing a conference championship game because they don't have to, and they got 2 losses, right? 10-2. Who am I putting in? If I'm making this argument, a team that won 4 straight ranked teams, or a team that lost to Miami, Texas A&M beginning of the year, and their only ranked wins would be against USC and Pitt for the whole year. I'm sorry, as a Bama fan, I'm making that argument.
I'm
sorry.
I mean, you know, if I'm in the room with the committee, it's no question who you're putting in. You're putting in the team that had the strongest strength of schedule. If that's the criteria, and you beat 4 ranked teams in a row.
Exactly.
I mean, that resume just stands up, even with 3 losses versus a 2-loss Notre Dame, because they don't play in a conference championship.
Yep.
So, and then 2, say you go to the SEC championship, and it's a 23-21 game decided by a field goal at the end. It ain't no question that the SEC champion could have gone either way. It's like the game we saw Saturday night. In fact, I would say this about that game on Saturday night. When the committee looks at that game, they would look at the team that came into the game with the highest turnover margin in the country, or rather at the top 5, and lost the game by 2 points due to turnovers. Statistically, you outgained that team in every statistical category. So are you that team that lost the game? That factors in. It does. So to me, it's not like it's a good loss, but when they're gonna look at all the games, they're gonna look at the level of competition. Okay. I think that's going to factor in as well. If I'm sitting in that committee room, I'm saying I got a 10-3 Alabama team in the SEC championship. I got a 10-2 Notre Dame team. And I'm looking at the 2-point loss a few weeks ago against OU. Oh, it wouldn't be no question. It wouldn't be no question.
That's my only argument. That's why I think it would be, if I'm a Notre Dame fan, I'd want to be in a conference at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, now mind you, conventional wisdom may come into play with Notre Dame.
That's facts.
In the committee room. Okay, let's put it that way.
That's facts.
Hey man, I'm telling you, the closer and closer we get to the end of the regular season, the bigger these arguments are going to be. Because trust me, man, it's about to be very, very interesting. I'm so glad Coach Shawn brought that up, because I meant to say that, but that was it's going to be, I don't know. After this year, I feel like, man, we really just need to get rid of these conference championships, because it's just pointless. A lot of these people don't even want to play in them no more. I promise you, I'm trying to avoid it at all costs. If I don't have to play in it, what's the point of me playing in it? But like I said, man, appreciate everybody coming through, man. This has been an awesome show as always. I am at a well, the guys know where I'm at, but I'm on vacation, and then definitely be back Thursday for the preview show. We really ain't have much to talk about, because this is cupcake week for a lot of teams, a whole lot of. So we may be talking about more information on these coaching jobs and playoff situations. So talk briefly, of course, about Alabama playing against who are we playing?
Eastern Illinois.
Eastern Illinois. Shout out to Eastern Illinois. So it's gotta get our minds right for them, and get ready for the Iron Bowl next week and Thanksgiving and all that. But I'm gonna let these guys shout out their channels, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Hey, big salute to everybody. Piano Man, his show. Jason Watkins, Hall of Fame. Rise and Shine. Coach Ricks. And even, my main man out there and Coach Hayes.
Yeah.
So just catch me where you can. Simple fact is getting the gauntlet is real. And I'm hoping that you're learning a lot to understand it's more than to these losses and wins that meets the eye. And you got to dig deeper.
Facts.
Brinsky frozen? There he is.
Yeah, man. I'm on this internet service. My fault, man.
He's on that quarter internet today. All right, guys. Just a quarter. I forgot who I kept hearing that from, but shout out to them, whoever's on the panel that says that. I appreciate the invite. Sorry for being late, Brinsky. But obviously, it's always awesome getting on here with Coach Shawn, Coach Al, Brinsky, obviously Bishop. Everybody that was on here earlier, Tez. I jumped in kind of late, so I don't know if there's anybody else on here. But everybody in that comment section, there we go, Jason. So Lynn, Latoya, TPR, Chris Camp, Jeremy Sanders, Anita, Susan. I mean, I'm sure all of them were in here at some point. So definitely shout out to all of them. But yeah, TownMedia, and then at TownMedia 25 on X. Appreciate it as always.
Yeah, as always, to our gracious host who extends an invitation to us to come on his platform and express our views and chop it up. And, just to continue this brotherhood that we've developed, I'm humbled to be a part of this group of men. These guys are real, man. I enjoy coming on here talking about the sport that I absolutely passionately love. I'm also excited to come to you and talk to you about what we're all about. And you can see the channel, D Negative Free Zone with Coach Al. But one thing I will say this to you, oil and water doesn't mix, does it?
Ooh.
Neither does peace and chaos can coexist in that 6-inch space between your ears. And I will say this to all of you. Not everybody deserves access to you. Okay? So keep that 6-inch space between your ears free of all that madness. And you can live a beautiful life. You can catch me at alsanders.10 on IG and alsand79 on X, or you can come and tap in with me on the Negative Free Zone, and we can go deep.
Love that, man. You need that balance with Coach Al, man. That's why I listen to my OG, man. The world get crazy, man. You got a lot of things going. You feel like you want to slap somebody out their damn shoes. You need Coach Al and that positive reinforcement. I need that. You know what I mean? Love that, Coach Al. Love you to death, bro. You know what I'm saying? Much love to Coach Al, to John, to Big Bishop. You know what I'm saying? Love Bishop's knowledge. It's freaking awesome. And our gracious host, man, Brinsky, for letting us come on this channel, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Toya, Brinsky, is you still on, Brinsky? Thank you, Toya. Brinsky may have took a quick pause.
Oh, no. I'm here.
Okay, go ahead and get Toya right quick, man. She hooked you up.
Oh, yeah, man. And appreciate you, Toya, for the $5 super chat. Said, roll MF Tide, great wisdom as always. Thanks for answering my question. And appreciate you even asking that question, because it sparked debate too. So appreciate you always, Toya.
Facts, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Jeremy and everybody, man. Lynn, love when Lynn tap in. Toya, everybody, man. Coach Karl. Big prayers to our brother Coach Karl, man, who going through some pain tonight, man. We're finna go in here, get with the fam, and put them prayers in for you, bro. That's how we do for everybody we know. You know what I mean? I'm a personal believer that helps, and we're gonna keep you prayed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything feel better with you. We miss you on the show. Keep on grinding, bro. So you can definitely find us. We're gonna run the content back up, man. Thank you everybody for tapping in with the video I dropped. It was wonderful. You guys tapped in with the little short 5 minutes. I appreciate it. you know, definitely tap in with me at JMHO Sports Talk, man. Just my humble opinion. That's all it is. On Twitter and YouTube. JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube.
And of course, man, I'm Brinsky Shaw, but the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. The show wouldn't be what it is without the fellas, man, giving a great perspective, their great knowledge of this great game, man, and you people too, for definitely making the channel grow each and every time we go live. So definitely appreciate y'all. Now, what I said, with your time, your money, your energy, and all that. So trust me, it doesn't go into vain. I definitely appreciate everybody. Like I said, man, on a mini vacation, something I don't really do for real. So definitely trying to enjoy it and whatnot. But definitely had to come up here and get a show in for the week. And definitely we back to regular scheduled programming on Thursday too. So I just had that show, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about Thursday, just make sure you just send it in. Just let me know whatever y'all want to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff. Because it's really, like I said, man, it ain't really too much to talk about this week. We pretty much know who we playing and all that. Hopefully we don't play down to our level of competition and we just come out there and ball. Just hit that like and subscribe button. Please hit that like and subscribe button. If you over there on the Twitter side, come on over to the YouTube side and subscribe. And also make sure you subscribe to each and every one of these gentlemen channels. Link will definitely be in the description. And go check out Jon's interview. I forgot my God first name.
Jeremiah
Jeremiah Culpepper. Great interview by a young
Thanks.
man. Great tape too. So make sure y'all go check him out. Go learn a little bit. It's gonna be more coming from that channel, and can't wait to see it. And shout out to all the Alabama channels. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. And before we get up out of here, I'm trying to
No, don't even start. Where's the trees at?
Shout out to Ebony too. Shout out to Ebony too, man. Ebony the homegirl hollering. Shout out to Ebony, man. So much love for Ebony.
you with me?
And y'all already know, man. It's always
F Tennessee, F Tennessee, F Tennessee, F Tennessee.
Oh yeah. LSU and all them, man. But like I say, man,
one love.
Like I said, last and final thing, happy 18th birthday to my young boy Dylan, who is going to LSU, man. I can't wait. Today is his 18th birthday. This young man, I'm telling you, LSU, y'all got him. Y'all got y'all one. And I can't wait for people to see how he really, really plays. Man, happy birthday, Dylan. Just wanted to show him some love before we get up out of here, and almost forgot. So happy 18th birthday. It's still FLSU, but I'm gonna still get an LSU signed jersey to put up on the wall. That's the only one that's gonna be up on the wall. The only one. But catch y'all on the next one, and roll damn tide.